Hello, beautiful souls and path pavers. Yes, you are the path paver. Welcome to navigating Libra season. And as always, this is from a evolutionary astrology standpoint, meaning how your soul is ready to change, grow, and evolve through this season. Now, Libra season wants us to find harmony, to rebalance something in our lives, to find that orientation towards feeling more harmony in our lives and where it is that we might be out of balance. And now through Virgo season, we have found that we might have come up with a crisis point leading to something being adjusted within our own consciousness, within our own processes, within our own soul's direction. And now we are entering the realms of the other, right? Where we relate, where we are ready to show up with our new found process, like our new growth, our new healing. You can put many words to this process, but whatever that means for you. And what I am feeling for this Libra season. So Libra season is from September 22nd to October 22nd. So we have this month here to, it's like a practice of showing up in your authentic newfound space inside your own consciousness and how you are going to show up in relationship as yourself. Okay, so building relationship in a new way. Okay, this is definitely going to be for that next month up ahead here is and into October before we transit to Scorpio season, and then we are going to have our eclipse season. So we are going to have something to get you ready for that. So keep an eye out for that, because we will definitely have I believe even a free event that you need to register for to help you navigate eclipse season. But anyway, let's get back here to present moment time as we learn here to step into these energies, these Libra energies, to build our relationships without compromising ourselves and where we are at now. Okay, so this is really about coming into relationship, discerning what's good for us, what relationships are not maybe healthy for us, and those relationships that you deem valuable, how can you make them healthier, and but still showing up as yourself, as your true self, and not compromising your needs, and without appeasing others, and without people pleasing. So it's a big rebalancing act there. And so let's have a look at the aspects, or the major transits through Libra season. I feel that Saturn is a big key player, as Saturn is preparing to go direct just as we enter Scorpio season. So all of this next month, we have Saturn, which is going to be stationing direct and preparing to go direct. So Saturn is still retrograde now as I speak, but we might have felt a slowdown there since the spring. I forget when it went retrograde, but I think it's been retrograde for approximately 5 months. So let's say these last 5 months, we might have felt some sort of slowdown, frustrations, pressures, boundaries, a lot of truth coming to light. And it's been preparing us internally for our inner strength. And I feel right now is where we're going to see that physically, and how we're interacting in our relationships. How strong are you in your sense of self? How strong are you in because Saturn is in Aquarius, that's why I'm referring to how strong are you in your social life? How strong are you in your ideals and your principles? And how are you now ready to associate with the groups that you're involved with, or with whatever you're involved in? How are you contributing to your community, to the groups you're in, and are those still even in alignment? So there's been a big realignment with Saturn retrograde, and now this last month here in Libra season, I feel that we're really getting ready to, in new ways, to approach others, to approach groups, to approach the larger social setting of the world, you know, the collective consciousness in Aquarius, but always by being in our true selves here. That's the key. That's the key. So I feel Libra season's really much helping us rebalance that, of how we're going to show up in relation to other without leaving ourselves, our true selves behind. Because remember, the polarity point to Libra is Aries, and Aries is all around the sense, our sense of self, initiating the way forward from a very subjective standpoint. And then here we're in Libra, where it's we're entering the objective place. So it's really an interplay between those, balancing those two energies. So we have on September 23rd, right at the beginning of Libra season, we have Mercury retrograding through Virgo, helping us really come back into reassessing what we might have missed throughout the process we've been through in Virgo, and going to help us really gather more information we might have missed around our process, around how we are now went through that big shift and that big change, and how that's going to help us show up and communicate our needs, desires in relationship. Remember, because we don't want to be forgetting ourselves on the side. So then we have Venus entering Libra on September 29th. So she will be there too, all of Libra season. She's going to be going into Scorpio as the sun moves in Scorpio and as Saturn goes direct. So I really feel this is like not a last call, but it's like, it's, your soul is really going through that period to help you. It's to help you. It's to help you really opening up to seeing both sides of this situation. And that basically to help us reorient ourselves in unity, that the other person, you know, you can't know what they go through. Like, they have their own soul lessons and their own journey. So I feel that it's opening us to a lot of empathy in Libra season, as the scales are there to harmonize, to help us harmonize how we show up in relationships. So I feel empathy is going to be opened up this month, this season, so that we can see both sides of the situations, but so that will help us have empathy and see it, and be kind and loving, but we still don't need, you know, to suppress ourselves. It's like a new found way to show up as you are, but still with love and kindness for the other. So just be mindful of, yeah, like how you're interacting in relationships. And that also Mars is stationing, or it's in shadow period, because it will be retrograding. So you know, that desire to merge, it will be just slowed down, so we just can have a look at how we interact. And there's going to be a lot of choice points this Libra season on which direction you are meant to go in. And sometimes it can be a little like, oh, you know, you know, those expectations that we got to be mindful of. I thought maybe they were going to go this way with me. And so there might be a lot of that, like kind of like a little split here to help rebalance, which might not feel like it so much, but it really is in your best interest. What else do we have? We have on October 2nd, Mercury will be going direct in Libra season. So I feel that that's where we're going to be feeling the momentum of a new way to relate and communicate in relationship. And it will still be going direct in Virgo, but it will enter It will enter Libra on October 10th. So we'll have a strong Libra energy continuously helping reorient, rebalance, and make sure we're building these relationships in this new way that we discovered, and all the work, all the subjective work we've been doing since Aries, all the way through Virgo. And now here we are. So, oh yeah, and Pluto goes direct on October 8th. Pluto is in Capricorn, remember? And Pluto is our evolutionary push. And it is around all these structures that are in it, and it's ruled by Saturn. And that's how I began with this. Saturn, I'm feeling, is very significant. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So I just feel that there is where we might feel a momentum shift. Mid-October, we're also getting ready for the final square between Saturn and Uranus. So, Saturn, like maybe the past, and Uranus, the future. And there's just this, like, again, that split I'm feeling. So I feel that just to navigate Libra season is to be mindful of who you are now and sit with your own unique energy signature. So it's time to sing your own song. It's like doing things on your own terms, but still be able to relate and come into society, and in relationship. And that Saturn and Aquarius, which highlights those, like the social groups and the idea, the associations we have with our community. So there's just going to be a highlight on new ways to approach others, to approach our life in partnership with society and others. So because we have a newfound perspective, a new perspective, and it's going to show up in how we show up in friendships, in our community, in our social settings, that's for sure. So what I'm feeling around that, and then with this Pluto going redirect, and really Pluto is moving through Capricorn and is going to be moving through Aquarius for the next 20 years once it goes in there. So I feel it's at those final stages of dismantling this old perception that we've been through as a soul and as a human, where we needed a lot of external authorities approval. Well, that's all shifting, and we're getting ready for it in Libra season, where you do not need approval from others to build your dreams and to embrace and nourish your creative aspect, and move through that exploration of creating your dreams. And Saturn in Aquarius wants to, yes, the truth and boundaries and all that, but it is meant for you to have structure and discernment and a 3D box, because we are still in human form here, to build and manifest your dreams and your direction in this reality, or your reality. I'm also feeling that it's a big reality shift, especially at the bottom of the deck here. I pulled empathy. That's why I was talking about empathy. And then at the bottom of the deck, it was imagination. So there's just going to be so much new creative energy coming out of this once people realize I can still relate, I can still be part of groups by being me, by being in my own power, my own authority, right? My own authority, and still be able to go my own way, but still work with other like-minded people. So here's where your involvement and your contribution to associating with groups and soul-led groups with like-minded people, right? So this is where the shift and the split is also, I'm feeling it happening. So I hope this resonates. I hope you can find something in this message that will help you navigate Libra season. Of course, we're going to go into it even more into detail in our community program membership that we have, where we are going to, throughout September, have September, yes, October, so Libra season, where we're going to have our new moon in Libra. the full moon in Aries activations. We're going to have anchoring energies, meditations in there to help you anchor in, set your intention, what you're leaving behind, the patterns that no longer serve you, and where that falls for you, specifically activated in your birth chart. And we all do that in that membership. There's details below if you want to have a look at that. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Even comment on this video always helps us get this message out there to more people and more path pavers like you who are really ready to consciously align with their soul's intention, and find their direction and really help build this new earth or a new community or just new way of being, that timeline shift. So yeah, I just intuitively feel a big timeline shift, and our imagination is just going to grow and grow as we realize that we don't need approval from other people to make our dreams come true, but we need to collaborate and know that we're not alone, that we can work with other people without compromising ourselves. So it's really, if you're navigating business life right now, it's about living your truth, being who you are, being honest, and utilizing yourself as the business, And let's say this is more partnership oriented, Libra partnership relationship. This is about long-term compatibility and shared visions. Okay. So this is about shared vision. This is no longer I feel also communication is going to be a big, 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 big key, especially with Mercury coming through Libra as it turns direct. Big ways of communicating your truth, your shared and your vision, and making sure that you're aligning with the people you're actually with, because I really feel that a lot of relationships are not going to survive Libra season. And as we move with the energies getting stronger and stronger to stick to your truth and not compromise yourself anymore, that you can still be in relationships that are healthy. These communications, they're going to be breakdowns, definitely. And but there's also going to be some beautiful coming togethers and some beautiful strengthenings of relationship that are already established, that have been doing the work, or that are on the same page, and that really have that bigger vision for the future. So as always, lots of love and flow to you. Send us some questions if you have them. And I'm going to send you, lots of love and flow for Libra season. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being there.